So we do have primary elections today. Three of the four scheduled primaries are happening today, despite what is going on with coronavirus. Arizona, Florida, Illinois, and Ohio were scheduled to vote. Now, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine, who's a Republican, announced polls are closed. The Ohio primary is postponed and tentatively for June, although who on earth knows at this point what our world will look like in 3 months. It's hard to imagine what it'll even look like in 10 days if the current infection numbers continue. This is do or die for Bernie. I mean, if Joe Biden picks up more than an additional 100 delegate lead on Bernie tonight, Bernie has a hypothetical path right now, although it's unlikely. It's already a long shot. If Bernie falls another 100 delegates behind tonight, it's essentially done. So we'll look at national polling, we'll look at delegate counts, we'll look at state polls and figure out sort of what to expect tonight. In terms of the delegate count going in, it's a 151 delegate lead for Joseph R. Biden Jr., 894 to 743. We believed that tonight we were going to have a total of 577 delegates available. That's Arizona, Florida, Illinois, and Ohio. Florida, of course, the big prize with 219 delegates. Ohio postponing their primary. So the 136 delegates out of Ohio will be saved for another day, so to speak. Now, in terms of the polling, as you know, nationally, Bernie Sanders has hit a ceiling of about 36%. And nationally, Joe Biden is leading the last dozen or so polls, most recently by as much as 29. Bernie did manage to get 38% in the latest Economist YouGov poll. But the numbers looking very, very solid for the former vice president. Looking state by state at polling in the states that were scheduled to vote today, in Arizona, Joe Biden averaging plus 18. In Florida, Joe Biden averaging plus 39. Illinois has Biden at plus 29 and a half. And Ohio, which again has postponed their primary as of now until sometime in June, who knows? Biden was up 22 and a half. I'm not even going to do delegate estimates for what it'll look like at the end of the night. I mean, I think we all know that with these margins, if the margins hold, it's a very bad night for Bernie Sanders and a huge debate over whether anybody should be voting at all because of what, we have on the one hand, and we'll get to it, Donald Trump yesterday saying officially for the country, you shouldn't have more than 10 people together. Kids shouldn't be at schools. Restaurants and bars should close. And we may have to continue some version of this up until July or August. And then meanwhile, Florida, Illinois, and Arizona have huge crowds of people, presumably, assuming people are showing up to vote, and we will find out in just a few hours, congregating and doing all of the things Donald Trump says they are not supposed to do. There was the idea that maybe the debate between Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden on Sunday night would change the numbers. It didn't. We now have post-debate polls, and the numbers are essentially unchanged. It was scheduled to be a debate with an audience in Arizona. Because of the virus, the change was made to do it in a studio with just the candidates and three moderators with CNN in Washington, D.C. And again, I think that there were a lot of people emailing me expecting Biden to implode, unable to speak because of his supposed dementia, which has been a story being pushed not only by people on the right, but also some people on the left. And the problem is the expectation was that Biden would so miserably implode. Biden just had to be coherent for the debate, and he was unlikely to really be damaged. And that's what happened. There were some disagreements about how to deal with the virus. I think Bernie's strongest moment during the two-person debate on Sunday night was when they started talking about Social Security. But again, it didn't seem like it was going to make a difference. I tweeted that I didn't think it was going to make a difference. We now have post-debate polling, and it has not made a difference so far. So we are going to know very soon what, at least in Arizona, Illinois, and Florida, Democratic voters who choose to go have decided. The other idea that's been floated has been because old folks are more at risk if they get the virus. old folks may disproportionately stay home, which will hurt Biden and help Bernie. That was floated last week as well. Now, of course, in a week, a lot has changed when it comes to the virus and to people being told to stay home. We'll know within hours. At this point, I don't know that it makes much sense to speculate beyond these ideas. We will have a results live stream starting tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook Live. I hope you'll join me. We will take in the results together in what are very, very strange times at this point, quite frankly. For me, it's every morning I wake up, sometimes a few minutes before my alarm, sometimes with my alarm. And I would call it a 5-second period. It's probably more a fraction of a second where I forget what's going on with coronavirus. It feels normal for just like a fraction of a second. And then I remember that that's not the case. And we've shifted around our entire production to adjust to trying to stay away from people and crowds. I am, mostly just home. This could go on for months. We don't know. But there is that split second in the morning where it just feels normal. I'm wondering if other people are experiencing that. I think we will all remember living through this, those that do. And of course, tragically, not everybody will. Those that live through this will certainly remember this for the rest of our lives. Privacy.com is one of our sponsors, and they're giving you $5 just for using their free service at privacy.com/Pakman. Privacy is a service I've been using for a while now. I love it. It saves me a bunch of headaches. It's completely free, and it's very quick to set up. And here's how it works. When you pay for something online or over the phone, instead of exposing your real credit card number, Privacy lets you generate virtual card numbers. The payments are withdrawn from your checking account, but your real card number stays completely private, and you do it all with one click. You can autofill the card number in your web browser, on the phone. You can create 12 virtual cards a month. You can set spending limits, freeze them, delete them whenever you want. I especially love it for free trials where you need to give a credit card number, because I can destroy the virtual card number as soon as I give it to the company, and I know I won't be charged in the future. If you're ordering food over the phone, why do I need to give a restaurant my real card number if I don't have to? Companies don't have to know who you are. Your real credit card number is protected from the data breaches that happen, unfortunately, more often than we would like, and it's completely free. They do have a paid version with different tiers where you can create more virtual credit card numbers per month, cashback rewards, extra security features. But go ahead and sign up for the free service. It's a no-brainer. Companies can't charge you unexpectedly. You're protected from identity theft. It costs you nothing. And Privacy is giving you $5 to spend just for signing up when you go to privacy.com/Pakman.